What's going on? It's Astronaut H, and this is the What More Do You Want Network. Now, in this video, I will be discussing tonight's game between the Golden State Warriors and Cleveland Cavaliers, but I actually wanted to talk about something different. Of course, we all know Steph Curry had a great 40-point performance tonight, and the Warriors ended up winning the game. But I actually wanted to say, could this be a preview of this year's NBA Finals? I know I'm speaking a little too far into the future. I'm speaking on the terms of the Warriors don't have a record to actually be saying should they even be in contention for the finals. But when I looked at the game and I looked at how both teams match up, I looked at, Steph Curry, Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, Clay. I looked at Jordan Poole. I looked at Andrew Wiggins. And I looked at both sides, right? And I said, damn, they match up really, really well versus each other. It's like not only do you have stars on both sides, you have emerging stars also. Jordan Poole, Darius Garland. Emerging stars, Karis LeVert. I'm not going to say Karis LeVert is an emerging star, but he's one of those players that in his role, he, takes the moment and he builds on it, right? I look at coaching. I look at what Steve Kerr has done and what the Cavaliers want to do with their coaching staff. It's just when I look at it on the grand scheme of things, I can really say these two teams can meet in June. That wouldn't be too far-fetched for me, at least. And of course, there are other teams in the way of that. You have your Utahs right now, your Clippers, certain teams out west that could stand in the way, and certain teams out east that could stand in the way. But the Cavaliers do look like one of the more dominant teams, even though they are coming off 3 losses on a West Coast swing. I believe they lost to the Clippers, the Kings, and now the Warriors. But ultimately, when I look at Garland, I look at the backcourt, Mitchell, that is going to be a problem for whoever faces those guys. When you look at Steph and the amount of points, rebounds, assists, things he has to do to keep the Warriors in contention in some of these games, that could be a problem also. And a different problem, right? But ultimately, I could see a scenario where these two teams meet. I mean, that is a long way to go from now. We have months, before we could even start to discuss playoff matchups. Because right now, the Warriors are on the outside looking in, along with a number of other teams I won't mention in this video. But when you ultimately look at rosters, the Warriors have one of the better rosters in the league. They have Steph, Clay, Draymond, Jordan Poole, Jonathan Kuminga, James Wiseman, Andrew Wiggins. They have a formidable bunch that can get it done. They did last year. And when you look at the Cleveland Cavaliers and what they're able to accomplish with their bunch, the Twin Towers, so to speak, in Jared Allen and Evan Mobley, you have a bench piece who's accepted the role and is thriving in the role, potential 6th man of the year, Kevin Love, Karis LeVert, Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland. They still got Iceman. I like him. Dean Wade, he's okay. But you need players like that, glue guys. Ricky Rubio isn't back yet from his injury. But you need guys that you can piece, fill holes, put together, and make something of it. Right? Championship is definitely a thing that I feel the Cleveland Cavaliers should be considering. Of course, we know that the Warriors have been the gold standard in the NBA for almost going on, the better part of the last, 8 years? So I can see a scenario where they end up meeting in the NBA Finals. This isn't the LeBron James Cavaliers. This Cavs team looks poised to, play for each other, so to speak. This Cavs team looked poised to prove that trading for Donovan Mitchell was the right move at the right time. Even though you had to give up, the certain players that you had to give up. Larry Marketing being one of them, who's having a phenomenal season himself. But when I look at both teams, I look at the Cleveland Cavaliers last night. I look at the Golden State Warriors in that game, and I say, man, they match up well. I mean, the game went down to the wire. They match up really, really well. And it took a phenomenal performance by one of the all-time great players in Steph Curry to pull that win together for the Golden State Warriors. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Do you guys see the Cavaliers and Golden State Warriors ultimately meeting in the finals this year? Or am I speaking way too far into the future? Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. It's greatly appreciated. As always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can know anytime a video is being uploaded to this channel. It's Astronaut H. This is the What More Do You Want Network, and I catch you guys on the next video.